right here. So you have chargers. You have hand sanitizer. I don't think you will need any of this, but you have mints right here. We have bottle of water, Eastern Shore Transit bottle of water. So what we gonna do?
Cool.
We're just gonna get into this video. So Lor Dae, everybody, he just dropped the video back in January called Work It. So it's definitely building a lot of traction. You know, if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out on YouTube. He's also on Instagram, and his Instagram will be below. So check him out. So nevertheless, we're gonna get into this video, man, and we're gonna see what it's about. Okay. The whole Soul Train line, man. Like this, you know, you think like family reunions and people coming together and supporting each other.
That one with that vibe of like love.
Yeah.
Break it down, two-step, bust out, you can do your thing one time, hop in, who's next? Break it down, two-step, bust out, you can do your thing one time, hop in, who's next? You by yourself, go ahead on that dance floor and let me see you.
You had to put all the people together to come together for this, or
yeah,
production
man.
team? Oh my! I know what you went through.
I had everybody.
Yeah.
But shout out to Saul, man. Saul, he helped me put this thing together.
And he's a part of your production team or the videography team.
He's a videographer. I'm trying to get him on the team, but we work a lot together.
Break it down, two-step, bust out, you can do your thing one time, hop in, break it down, two-step, bust out, you can do your thing one time, hop in,
girl, don't stop that twerking.
Yeah, man, that's definitely a dope video. Like,
hey, man,
yeah, definitely. I think that the best thing about the video is that it came out at a time where everyone was kind of like paying attention to what was happening in Baltimore, meaning like on day 2 of January, everybody was already, you know, focusing that we had 5 murders.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, it just didn't seem like there wasn't any type of positivity. You know, the Ravens, yeah, they were going to the playoffs, but just us as people, like people, you know, what was our positivity? And I came across the video and it was just like a real positive vibe. Like, so how did you feel, you know, first knowing that you had someone like Just Hilarious, you know, to share the video and post the video and kind of just give you like a platform in the sense of putting it on her platform?
It was dope, man. It was definitely unexpected. That's why I like shout out to Just for that. I didn't even know, like, people just tagged me. That's how like a lot of the videos go, like, because I'm kind of still trying to become marketable where everybody know, because the song is kind of more expanded to what I am, like my face. So it's like,
yeah, right.
people know
Right.
the song more than what they know my face, which, you know, I really don't have a problem with, but like trying to reach where I'm trying to reach, I gotta change that.
Exactly. So going back to like the positivity of it, and just how in the video you really are bridging the gap. You had kids in the Soul Train line, you had, you know, seniors, like you had all different ages. So it's like you just trying to show diversity and unity, but you also putting forth, you know, we as people, we got to come together.
Right.
And once we come together, you know, once we are amongst other people and that unity is there, people will start respecting us more as a race. So for some reason, I get that vibe from that video. I don't know if that's what the perception you was trying to create, or
Yeah, man, definitely wanted to be unified as far as showing like I wanted to show the good things of Baltimore, like, you know,
right.
not against anybody that does music here, but it's like, man, we get music all about killing and like, you know, selling dope and all that stuff. And
Right.
I mean, yeah, that's a part of Baltimore culture, but it's like, that's not it. It's like, we love dance, we love snowballs, we love crabs, we love
You
like
had the Michael Jackson guy who always be on
Dimitri
top,
Reed,
on top of the
like,
truck, yeah.
That was my goal, man. I just wanted to show like people in Baltimore that it was a lot more people I wanted in it, but you know, times, you know, schedules, people are not always available. But I'm
Right.
grateful for the people that were in it, because it still was a good amount of people that do different things. And when I made the invitation open to everybody, you know, I wanted the whole city or everybody who wanted to be a part of it in it.
Right.
So that's just what I wanted to show. Like, if you do something, let's use my platform to shed light on your thing, and your thing. So, like, because that's what we need. It's like,
Absolutely.
here people don't like to share their platform, and I feel like that's why we are the way we are. You know, it's time to change.
Absolutely. So definitely going back to what you said about violence, and I saw one of your other interviews, and you were talking about how you were in a dark place, you know, after your incident. And I just, you know, you don't have to speak on the incident itself, but just talk about the positive aspect of it and how it led your life to a different direction.
Honestly, man, I was really, when that situation happened to me, I was in a positive place. I was in school to be an EMT.
Okay.
I was finishing up school I was working for Baltimore County Fire Department. I was just about to finish up school, and I just happened to be where everybody was, if it makes sense. So everybody know how dirt bikes are here. One Sunday I was just up Drew Hill watching the bikes. I ride dirt bikes too. I happened to be at the wrong place, wrong time. But it showed me not to always be where everybody is.
Yeah.
That was a big lesson I learned from that. And two, to just be humble, and like, it showed me like, yo, your life can be gone in an instant, whether it's for you or it's for somebody else, if you're around certain things. So it's like, when I was in that dark place, all I had was my memories, and it just made me think that in this life, you know, we don't take money with us, we don't take like these physical things, but like these memories that we make, whether they're good or bad, I feel like that's what we keep with us, because that's all I felt like I had when I was in that, wherever I was at, fighting for my life. All I had was memories. Luckily, I had good memories to bring me out of wherever I was at. So it definitely changed my life on that, and just thinking like, you know, how certain situations, you know, shout out to G Herbo, because he got a project called PTSD, but like, a lot of people live with that stuff, man. You know, as far as where we come from, we shouldn't be used to seeing dead bodies, or we shouldn't be used to gunshots, or like that type of stuff isn't normal.
Exactly.
Because if you go in other areas, other neighborhoods, you know, they hear stuff like that, and it's like they're terrified. But where we come from, it's like we're kind of used to that. So we are kind of suffering from PTSD. So it's just
and not even kind of, like we are.
Yeah.
You know, we are, and you know, not to cut you off, it's just that like for me, I grew up in areas where I was always surrounded, you know, by the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't never play the 50 about it, but I had people, you know, in my life, shout out to Scotty, Tyrone Miller, who would keep it real with me and be like, man, like we can't help the environment that we in.
Right.
And he put me deep with it, and he's like, man, I done seen my friends like die right in front of me, and it's like, that trauma. Like, I have no way of solving that trauma. I gotta be a man and keep going through life So, you know, I definitely get where you coming from on that one. I understand it, and I always try to have empathy in those central situations. I may not have gone through it, but I have empathy. Yeah.
Right. And that, I mean, that's another thing I feel like people lack is empathy. Like, you know, people fail to feel that. It's like we just get so used to us, and it's like, you know, it's not about always just you know? And I feel like that's what we made here, like, in this life. It's about your legacy, what you leave behind. So it's like, it's not just you. You know, you can leave behind stuff with other people.
Right.
So, and that's just like, that's the legacy I want to bring, as far as even with the video. I just wanted to bring like that happy, good legacy. I want my legacy to be like, that's the guy that brought Baltimore together.
Exactly.
So.
And that was definitely one of my questions on how we could kind of, you know, not more so stop the violence, because honestly, we can't control people.
Right.
We can't control people, but more so having solutions and ways out there for people to have positive outlets, so that they don't feel like they have to resort to the violence. You know, in one of the interviews that I saw, you talked about how we respond to disrespect. So, what are some ways that we could positively respond to, you know, disrespect? Because I know for me, and especially now as an entrepreneur, you'll get it a lot. You'll get it a lot, and it's like, whoa, like it's a different feeling from like your personal life and compared to your business life, because your business life, you know, exactly. So that's how you live, that's how you eat. So you can't really move how you want to move. So what are ways that we could teach people how to, you know, in our professional lives, how they can do that in their personal lives when it comes to conflict and confrontations that they may have with people?
Just, I think, understanding risk. And it's sad that it's like this, but I think with people, it's like we understand more risk. Yeah. So, like, for example, what I mean by that, if it was a law passed that everybody could carry a gun, it'd be less shootings. Even though more people with guns, but more people would be thinking about, I'm carrying, damn, this person's carrying. So it's like, I think it kind of works like that. Like, people got to understand the risk. Like, you know, when you have a business too, like how you say, same way at a job, you take disrespect. Why can't you take that for your own job? Something that you building up yourself. Right. I think people just don't understand, like, everything don't need a reaction. Absolutely. You know, some things just aren't worth it. And it's crazy on the way here to this interview, I heard on the radio, it was some type of conflict, I think, something with the baby. He smacked someone or something, but it was like, you know, we need to reevaluate our situation, because it can put us in certain things that, you know, if you built, for example, you know, you're an entrepreneur, for what you built is somebody doing something that's not even worth you losing your whole company over. Exactly. How you can feed your family for generations. Like, is that one insult worth you losing all of that? And that's just like the question. I think a lot of people just say, yeah, it is worth it, and they just do it. And then when they find out it's not worth it, you know, that's it. That's what causes a lot of issues. So. Exactly. You know, so and I definitely think that leads to my next question, which is opportunities. You know, so not even a question, a statement. I want to like acknowledge you, you know, because what you're doing, you're trying to bring everyone together, but you're giving everyone opportunities to show people that there are other ways and that it's possible for you to, you know, have those positive outlets and not, you know, result to any other way, negative way or anything. And then it's kind of like, if you feel like you have those opportunities, then you'll have something to lose. Right. So if you're working towards that and building something, you'll then slowly change your mindset to conform to what you're building. And then it's like, okay, I don't want to lose this. I work hard to build this, you know, so, okay, I'm not even tripping about what my brother man said down the street. Right. We gotta talk about it. Like, you'll find yourself being a bigger person in a lot of situations just to eliminate, you know, conflict. So I definitely wanted to just say
thank you, because even this, like, I'm humble for this. Like, I appreciate this because
Oh man, I appreciate you.
Man, you're a busy man. I reached out to you and I didn't think that you were going to do it, and I appreciate, for not being what people would call the stereotype when artists become big, and still giving me the opportunity to even interview you. So with that being said, No Genre. No Genre is the name of the EP or album?
It's an EP.
EP, okay. So when I listened to it, automatically I understood why you called it No Genre, because it was like ooh, and then you got the hip hop feel, and then you singing, and it's like it goes up and down. So it's like you're not allowing people to put you in a box. Yep, you're showing people that I'm willing to do any type of music. I just enjoy and love music. That's my thing. So, I mean, just tell us about the EP and just tell us, the space you was in and just how did it come about? Because to me, it's a good EP, but it just needs more exposure.
Right. Really, that's my first project, man, on my own. I was always told, how the title came up, my big bro, Prototype KP, who was the producer of Ooh.
Okay.
Next to I go to, he's like one of my advisors on what I do. And he basically, we was talking, and I was like, yo, I feel like I'm not in a category, because so many people that I met with, just like, yo, you gotta pick a lane to stick to, and it's like,
yeah,
I love music. Like, if I hear a rock song and I like it, like, I'm gonna go on it. If I hear a rap song and I like it, I'm gonna go on it. It don't matter what, a country song, I just love music. So it's like, I don't want to be in a box, and it's like, it kind of make you choose a box you got to be in to stick in, especially if you want to make money. And not saying I don't want to make money. Of course I want to make money.
Right.
But I feel like music, man, is something is a expression. It's a form of expression. So it's like, and I stay true to that. So when I made Undefined No Genre, it was just like, I'm going to prove to people that I can get on this type of song. I can get on this type of song. I can get on this type of song.
Exactly.
Basically just show my skills. Like, that's how I kind of wanted to open up. Like, I didn't want to open up in just one box.
Yeah.
So. And I'm actually working on my new album now, which is called Toy, Thinking of You, which is going to be mainly female based. So.
Got you. Like an R&B album.
Not R&B, but it's going to be a mix. It's going to still be kind of
somewhat undefined. Stay tuned. In other words, stay tuned.
Yeah, it's still going to be somewhat undefined.
Stay tuned.
But it's going to have like a good variety of different things.
Yeah.
My experiences with women. Coming from a working guy, because I don't really speak coming from a street guy. I come from, like, I went to college, but I come from the streets. I've been in school. But I always was a working guy. I always had a job. So it's like, I felt like, who represents us, who talks about us, so.
Right, exactly. So that's good, because when you think about it, when I be talking to so many people and just trying to get them to realize, like, their potential, it's that fear of, but my street cred, I'm gonna lose my street cred. And I know so many brothers smart in math. I mean, like, I suck in math. I'm not good in math. But it's like, they have those skills, and then they have, like, those capabilities of doing stuff, but they just don't believe that it's possible to do because of their environment. So it's cool that you trying to bring to people's attention that, look, you can do it all, but it's like all about picking and choosing what you choose to embrace. And it's like, even if you've been about it, it's still not the lifestyle that you necessarily have to embrace.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, shout out to my OGs. I really had real OGs, like guys that sat down and, like, really talked to me. Or if they seen a certain guy was a certain way, all right, they knew. But if they seen it that wasn't in you, they encourage you to be different, not to be like everybody else. So, shout out to them. And I also had OGs that worked too. So it was like, I didn't just have OGs that sold drugs or whatever, and then the ones that did sell drugs, they came from that old school kind of mentality. So it's like, they sold drugs, and they didn't want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
They was the type of guys, you bring your report card or you show them you doing good, they gave you money and shit, like, they encourage good good behavior. So it's like, you know, I feel like that's what we need a lot more of that too.
Exactly. Yeah, so man, I definitely wanted to thank you, man.
Oh man, thank
yeah,
you, man.
I appreciate this once again. You all definitely check out Undefined No Genre.
Thank you.
Lor Dae, ooh, work it. I'm gonna have his Instagram and everything below, and also look forward to his new EP coming out, which is called
Toy.
Toy.
Thinking of you.
Thinking of you. So y'all stay tuned for all that. This is our first interview, so I appreciate y'all checking in and tuning in. So we'll definitely see y'all next time.
Peace. Ooh.
Lor Dae from around the way. That's me, baby. We got 808 here.